Hello, people. This is Mac. It's Mac Commentary. It's another beautiful day here. Today I'm out walking in the Brookings Preserve in Odessa, Florida. It's a nice, peaceful, serene forest here. As you know, we all have our ups and downs, but we have to keep and stay focused to what our goals are in life. Well, some of the troubling things that's been kind of bothering me lately is just on my mind, you know. I get the feeling, and even though some people I talk to disagree, but I kind of get the feeling that we, the United States that is pushing for a big conflict with China. As you may know, the U.S. has put up or mobilized 4 bases in the Philippines. Now, before, when Duterte was the president of the Philippines, U.S. couldn't do that. But since Marco, who was the son of the former president of the Philippines, Ferdinand de Marco, he's a friend of the U.S. So now he has allowed these bases to be placed there, which are strategic locations in the South China Sea for any type of military engagement in that area against China. I even heard the other day where the FBI director, when asked about the origin of the COVID virus, he stated that he was pretty certain that it was from China, the Wuhan lab there in China. He also further stated that this virus, the COVID-19, killed a lot of Americans, millions of Americans, as he put it. All of this is propaganda to try to rally the American people with negative attitudes towards China. But who's going to lose if there is a big conflict? China has missiles that can strike anywhere in the continental United States, not just Hawaii. But all this saber rattling that's going on, it's going to be a detriment not just to the United States, but to the world. Because it will start World War III. Right now, China and Russia, they are building an alliance, or they have built an alliance, frankly speaking. And other countries that's in that BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And there are many other countries that's also a part of the alliance that with BRICS and with China. I think what is happening in the world, there's a new world order taking place where many of these other countries that always followed the U.S. have now, especially like you take the countries in Africa, many of them, they kind of have some type of allegiance with Russia and China rather than as it once was with the U.S. At the same time, what the Chinese and Russia are doing, they're also trying to, with the BRICS, they are trying to get off of the dollar, which became a standard currency for buying and selling petroleum after President Nixon came off of the gold standard in 1974, I believe. And the oil crisis we had at that time, and that's when the dollar became the currency to use around the world for oil and many other commodities. So today, these things are beginning to change. These countries are not relying on the American dollar. China is trying to get its currency, I believe it's called the yuan, I have to look that up, Y-U-A-N, how to pronounce it. But I believe they are using that currency, trying to get that currency to become the currency to go to for a lot of those countries that's associated with BRICS. But then there's also the ruble. You know, after the conflict that over in Ukraine, which was precipitated, they want to say that Russia was at fault. You know, that really gets me. I am a U.S. citizen, proud to be an American, but everything can't be, we have to hold our politicians accountable. And just look at what things are. If it's walk like a duck, looks like a duck, and quack like a duck, it must be a duck. And I'm talking about, in this particular case here, the U.S. did something back in 2014 when they set up the puppet government there in Ukraine. And you go in, you do your own research. And this government is surrounded with neo-Nazis. And so by doing that, the U.S. kind of started that war with NATO because they was encroaching on the territory of Russia using Ukraine. And they put this comedian in as the president. And I mean, if you saw the first interview that this guy gave that was on our national TV, this guy had on a shirt, the green shirt that he always wear, but this particular one he had on had a swastika on there, which is the symbol of the Nazis. But anyway, we are doing a lot of things with this. Like I said, this saber rattling against China there. For one thing, they have sent the balloon that came across here. We shot it down with the balloon was shot down with F-16 fighter plane. And by using this particular shooting it down like that, it kind of made the United States look childish, because they had said it was a weather balloon. But then you had all of these Republicans and everybody saying it should have been shot down a long time ago. It makes you wonder and ask yourselves, what are we trying to do in this particular country? What are we trying to create? Another World War, like in this one would be dubbed the World War III. And you got other Republicans now calling for sanctions and things against China. And I mean, Democrats doing the same thing, of course, but now you're getting all of these warmongers coming out. Do they realize what they are doing? What happened to diplomacy? For one thing, why can't they simply have more diplomats to go to the countries like China and try to iron out whatever differences that they have? And why do we, I know why, but I'm just saying, the United States shouldn't be involved over there with Taiwan and China. That's sort of like saying that if Texas wanted to, or California wanted to pull out and become their own countries, and China came over here to intervene. I mean, what make us the world policeman? Can't we, as Rodney King said a long time ago, can't we all get along? And we can get along. But why are these power-hungry and world-dominating country want to have their hegemony, have their power structured so in control of the world? You know, why do they want to control the world? Why can't we all just let each country do what they have to do and use diplomacy? But you know, I guess war has always been with us throughout the ages. And I imagine that war will always be with us, apparently. But we're supposed to be getting smarter, aren't we? So I'm just telling you right now, people, you're going to have to pay attention to what's going on. And you're going to have to start making some particular moves that you can do so to lessen the impact of a war on your family. But from my understanding, if there's a nuclear war, it's going to be over for all of us. This whole world will be destroyed. Some will be still living, but it won't be like it is today, nowhere near what it is. And this radiation, it will be here for hundreds or even thousands of years. And all this great nature that we have now, people, will not exist. It will not exist because we got certain people in this world who wants to control everybody, and everybody have to march to its beat. But anyway, we're gonna keep our eyes and ears peeled here for any signs of the real aggression that's gonna come. And like I said, we got warships all over, soft fleets over there, naval fleets over there that's ready to engage. We got bases all over there, ready for quick strikes. But do you think that China gonna let any type of war only happens on its soil like it did in Iraq, Afghanistan, and all the other little countries there in Africa that the U.S. has started through puppet governments? Do you think that China is going to let that happen? No, there's going to be missiles flying all over these United States. China's not a little pushover country like they were 40, 50 years ago. They've strengthened themselves. And it seemed like they did it overnight. So people, I'm telling you, we gotta stay focused. We gotta be vigilant and watch and see what is happening. Maybe on the next video, I try to come up with some of the things that we can do besides writing to our congressman, because I think that goes on deaf ears anyway. You know, they don't care. They're all in the pockets of the military-industrial complex, just like the. And I'm gonna go into that a little more too. Just like the politicians that we have, appointees in Biden administration and others, how they're all associated with the military companies out there. They've got some type of, either on the board of directors. All these generals, that's what happened when they retired. They snapped up by these defense companies and placed on their boards in some capacity where they were making millions of dollars. And their job when they get into government, which they always somehow or another get in there, is to keep pushing the war to fill the coffers of these companies. So anyway, people, don't forget to like, subscribe, so I can continue to come with these vital shows on here. And share it with others. And I look forward to sharing with you more about this potential war with China. Have a great day.